welcome to our channel. The dark and stifling space of the city seemed to tighten Doug's every breath. Every step echoed like a knife cutting into his heart, when he realized he was standing between the thin line between life and death. The recent events were like a fierce storm, sweeping away all the faith and hope he once had. The unexpected love, full of sweetness but also potentially deadly, turned Doug from an ordinary person into a warrior struggling with fate. He looked around, feeling every movement, every gaze as if predicting the conspiracies that were creeping in. But even his sharp intuition could not foresee the piled-up tragedies that were coming. Naomi, who was once considered a model of strength, now only had disappointment and despair left. The most precious thing to her, the thing that once made her feel that life had meaning, was cruelly taken away. The loss nearly broke her, but at the same time lit an indomitable fire. Naomi was no longer the weak girl she used to be. The pain had tempered her into a sharp person, knowing how to fight, knowing how to protect what was left. She looked at Doug with eyes that were both empty and full of determination, telling herself that no matter what, she would not let everything disappear meaninglessly. June appeared like a shining star in the dark night. Her appearance not only brought hope but also completely turned the situation upside down. People who thought they had reached the bottom of despair were now forced to face the choice of life and death. June appeared not only to save, but also to ask difficult questions about trust and betrayal. She observed every movement, every nuance of emotion of those around her, and every decision was weighed with a cold clarity. The way she moved, the way she intervened, there was no clumsiness, everything was subtle, but enough to make everyone realize that the time to breathe, to make mistakes, had ended. Every second that passed became heavy, as if the whole world was forcing everyone into a dark corner with no way out. Doug tried to analyze each situation, looking for a way out, but the pressure on his mind was getting stronger. The decisions that had to be made affected not only his own survival but also that of Naomi, June, and everyone involved in the tragedy. His mind became a battlefield, where every fear, every psychological wound jostled and tore apart. In that moment, he realized that the unexpected love, though full of pain, was the motivation to keep him from falling. Naomi stood by Doug, every gesture exuding extreme tension. Loss made her more sensitive, every small detail made her react strongly. She discovered the smallest signs of danger, the sophisticated plots that others could not see. This alertness made her an indispensable spiritual support for Doug. But at the same time, the pain turned her into a person who was easily explosive, easily angered, and had difficulty controlling her emotions. Every second, every minute, Naomi had to fight to not let her emotions overwhelm her reason, to not become the next victim of cruel fate. June stepped in, but not simply to save her. She created tense situations, forcing Doug and Naomi to react quickly, to choose between life and death. Every step she takes changes the situation, and her smallest decisions carry the weight of a mountain, making everyone feel the terrible pressure. June not only saves everyone from imminent danger, but also makes them face their own nature. Who is truly strong, who will betray, who will collapse under pressure, all are revealed through split-second decisions, making the audience's hearts suffocate with each beat. In the gloomy atmosphere, the love between Doug and Naomi becomes more fiery than ever. It is no longer sweetness, but a battle of emotions and reason. Every look, every gesture, every decision is life and death. Doug must weigh between love, responsibility, and survival. Naomi must learn to trust in the midst of fear and loss. Their emotions are intertwined, inseparable, but not simple. Every moment that passes, their hearts are torn apart, both painful and longing. The space around them becomes chaotic. External factors, from unexpected disasters, potential dangers to hidden plots, create a constant pressure. Doug realizes that tragedy comes not only from the outside but also from within, from doubts, from unrevealed secrets, from past mistakes. He must fight not only with fate but also with himself, so as not to lose himself in the sea of chaos. Naomi, despite losing the most precious thing, still finds strength from pain. She tells herself that every loss is a lesson, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. The feeling of helplessness only lasts for a moment, then gives way to determination and sobriety. Every step she takes, whether slow or hurried, carries the meaning of fighting, protecting herself and those she cares about. June, with her timely appearance, creates a fragile balance between chaos and order. She is like a bridge that brings people from despair to hope, from fear to determination. But she is not easy. Every action, every decision of hers requires delicate coordination and absolute precision. People around her realize that her existence is the key to survival, but at the same time is a reminder that a mistake can lead to instant death. The pressure of time, emotions and danger constantly accumulate, making the atmosphere tense to the point of being unbearable. Who will live, who will die, who will betray? The answer is unknown, but everyone must face the inevitable fate. Doug and Naomi realize that their love is not only a source of strength, but also a responsibility, a constant challenge to maintain faith in life. June, standing at the center of all the changes, proves that appearing at the right time can change the whole situation, but also only brings opportunity, not guarantee victory. In the moment of life and death, every little detail comes alive, every gesture, every look, every breath has meaning. Doug feels Naomi's heartbeat, feels the instability in every step she takes. Naomi looks at Doug, sees both fear and determination, sees both love and responsibility. June observes everything, grasps every little change, ready to intervene to save the day or change the situation. Everything is intertwined, complicated, and unpredictable. As the final moments of the tragedy approach, the pressure on everyone becomes unbearable. Doug must make life or death decisions, Naomi must fight to protect what is left, and June must calculate every step so that everyone can escape the disaster. In that moment, all emotions explode: love, hatred, fear, pain, determination and hope blend into a vivid and intense picture. Every moment is like a cut, hitting the audience's heart, making them suffocate with every movement, every thought, every decision of the characters. The events that happen one after another, from Doug's hopeless tragedy, Naomi's loss, to June's timely but dangerous intervention, form a vivid chain of tragedies, both logical and psychologically complex. The audience not only witnesses the journey of struggling with fate, but also deeply feels the inner struggles, the fears and hopes, and the subtle contradictions in each decision. Every detail is designed to create a feeling of suffocation, but still completely reasonable and true to the original plot. The unexpected love, the painful losses, and the appearance of June make the story more tense than ever. But the important thing is that all these challenges are not only entertaining but also deeply portray the character's psychology, making the audience understand that every decision, every emotion has life and death consequences. The combination of emotion, tragedy, and survival creates a symphony of tension, complexity, and logic, taking the audience on an intense emotional journey that is impossible to look away from. In the final moments, when everything seems ready to fall apart, Doug, Naomi, and June stand on the thin line between life and death. Every decision must be precise, every reaction must be timely, and every emotion must be clearly expressed. The audience is no longer just following a story, but walking together on the path of life and death, feeling every heartbeat, every impulse, every pain and hope. The story's ending is unclear, but it is that uncertainty that increases the drama and appeal. Doug still has to struggle with fate and herself, Naomi still has to regain faith and strength after loss, and June is still the decisive factor to balance chaos and order. Each character is fully developed, logical and reasonable, reflecting psychological reality while creating breathtaking tension that the audience cannot take their eyes off. Every detail in the story, from Naomi's unexpected love, the hopeless tragedy, her loss, to June's last-minute appearance, is tightly linked, forming a complex but vibrant storyline. The audience is both drawn into the unexpected developments and witnesses the complex internal struggle, where every emotion and action has a clear reason and consequence. This is the reason why every second that passes in beyond the gates is heart-stopping, making the audience unable to take their eyes off, and making them constantly wonder who lives, who dies, and who will betray next.